All right, I can hear you. You can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Here we go again.
here we go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Tina and Anderson Show. This is episode 29.
29.
If you're still with us, thank you. We appreciate it. We got a good show for you today. I am Anderson, and this is my wife, Tina, and we just do a podcast about marriage, family, legacy, finance, or just our opinions and what we've learned. And we speak against feminism and the red pill because we believe biblical marriage. We believe biblical marriage is the best way to live a marriage because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
And even during
That's what works for us.
And even during the podcast, she's fixing things. All right, so we got a good show for you guys today. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna go through like a Reddit story, right? And then I got an article. We're gonna go through today, and the article is gonna be about subtle signs your marriage is running on autopilot. So we're gonna go through the Reddit story. We're gonna read that. Then we got a couple of videos, TikTok videos we're gonna react to, and we'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go with the Reddit story. So I love my husband and he loves me, but it definitely never has been easy. Not even in the beginning. We're going on to about 5 years married and 1 year of going out. Most of our issues have come from outside factors, his or my family. I actually told my friend that if my husband and I lived in a bubble, we would probably have the perfect marriage. So just wanted to give some context, given there has been assumptions going around when, actually, you know what? That's in the wrong order.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Okay. I've also seen personally other couples around me struggle right after marriage. Financially or health issues may arise, but that may be just my personal opinion. Is marriage supposed to be this hard?
It's not supposed to be easy.
It's not supposed to be easy at all. And if the problems that is going on in your marriage is his or your family,
That's a problem.
you need to just cut that out. They have no say in your marriage. They're supposed to be your support system, and if they're not, if they're being the opposite and causing issues, that's a bad thing. Because when you become married, you creating your own family, right? So the family he comes from and the family you come from are supposed to be a support system. They're not supposed to add to problems or become a problem in your marriage. If that's the case, you guys need to get together and be strong together and basically not let them give any problems in your marriage. And if they're going to continue, you're going to have to distance yourself.
You're going to have to make some hard decisions.
Yeah.
Some hard choices.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when we talk about marriage order, it's God, spouse, kids, and everything else after that.
Yeah.
That means, like the family you come from, the family he comes from. When you have that out of order, this is when you start to see things like this.
Yeah.
When you can clearly see that your extended family is causing issues into your current family that you are building, and you let it continue like you're supposed to because they're family.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but we have to deal with this because they're family.
Right.
It might just be something as simple as having a talking to to that person in the family, whether it be, you know, like your mother or his mother, or you know, a sibling on my side, a sibling on his side. If they're causing issues, maybe all you have to do is have a conversation with them, and it'll, you know, it might really kind of, you know, fix at least some of the problem. But if you have things out of order and all you're caring about is what your family that you come from thinks of, what they think, and you can clearly see that they're causing issues within your marriage or within the family, and nothing's being done about it, then your order, it's out, everything's out of order.
Yeah.
You know, because
it's not a good thing.
It needs to be God, your marriage, your spouse second, then the kids, then everybody else.
Yeah.
So when you've got that out of order, your priorities are out of order.
Yeah.
You care what the wrong people think.
Yep.
When it's like, first, we need to care about this first, you know, and like, you can't let it continue. You have to address it. You're either going to have to make some hard decisions and create some distance.
Yep.
You're going to have a talking to someone. And, you know, like maybe you can fix the problem. But if it's going to continue, you're going to have to make some really hard choices.
Yeah, and that's what marriage is. I mean, marriage is not going to be, it's not supposed to be easy.
No.
You're married to another person, you married into another family, and anything worthwhile having is going to be hard. So the best thing is just to make those hard decisions and get it through. Once you get through the hard parts, it definitely makes your marriage better. It definitely makes you stronger. And honestly, it's better to have your family upset with you than your spouse.
Well,
Believe
yeah,
me, if
that's the order, man.
my
You know, if they're
parents-
going to be upset, then you're going to have to let them be upset, because what matters first is this.
Because you know, I think I brought this. I think I brought up this show in the last episode. Like, Everybody Loves Raymond, where he never defends his wife Deb when it comes to his mom, because he's more afraid of his mom, and he'll be on his mom's side over Deb's side
Every time.
Yeah, and watching it on a sitcom, it's hilarious. But
It's
in
so
real
funny.
life,
You're
that's
like, "Woo."
terrible.
Woo.
You know, no woman would want to be married to a man that wouldn't defend her honor against his mom. I mean, and always takes his mom's side. That's not a good thing. So you never want to take your family side over your spouse.
I
You
love
never
that.
wanna do
Like,
that.
I think I've seen videos on this where it's like, okay, you're getting in the car with your wife and your mom. Who gets the front seat?
Right.
And it's like, your wife gets
Yeah.
the front seat.
Yeah.
That's who gets the front seat.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, my mom's ridden with us, and she's automatically always goes in the back seat.
Yeah, she's like hanging out with the kids.
Yeah, my mom never
Yeah.
thinks of putting herself in and she respects our marriage. She's like, you know, proud of our marriage. So she would never, she's like, no, I mean, if I pick her up and it's just me and the kids, yeah, my mom's in the front seat, the kids in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but then my mom knows when she rides with my wife and I, my mom automatically goes in the back seat. She has no problem. She's happy to do it.
Yeah.
You know, she has no problem. But yeah, I've seen those videos where the mom, but the mom usually there's videos where the mom usually starts giving the daughter-in-law attitude and be like, I'm sitting in the front seat. And then her son defends his mom, you know.
Yeah, over the wife.
Yeah, and then guess who's he's
it's
gonna go
out of
and guess
order.
who's he's going home with?
Yeah.
Not the mom,
Not the mom. He's gonna
the
go-
wife.
Ugh.
Guess who's the mother of his children? Not the mom, the wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
You live together.
what I think is I don't want to go off on a different subject, but what I think is most moms that are like that, they're single moms.
Yeah.
They're single moms
Well,
because
'cause-
most moms that are married,
Yeah.
they ain't like that. They
Yeah.
ain't like that.
Well, the single moms, they don't want to, you know, give up their son. They feel like they're losing their son, like
Yeah.
the man in their
It's crazy.
in their life. You know, like if they're a single mom, then they have a son. Then it's like,
Yeah.
that's the man in their life, and
It's
they
such
get
a negative.
married.
It's just a negative way to think. Instead of thinking I'm losing my son, she should think I'm gaining a daughter, and then I'm going to be gaining grandchildren.
grandkids.
My family is
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
You know, instead of thinking that, It's terrible. But like I said, I don't want to go off to a tangent. But there is an update. There is an update on this. So she says, just wanted to give some context given there has been assumptions going around when mentioned to prospective newlyweds that marriage is hard, has been more so along the lines of life is hard. Choose wisely who you want as your life partner when life does get hard. That's true. Choose wisely.
You're going to go through some stuff together.
It has also always been said to friends that have asked for my personal perspective. There's nothing worse than unsolicited advice, in my personal opinion. Yes, unsolicited advice. Yeah. It's like, no, didn't ask you.
I wasn't asking.
Especially when it comes from your family.
Yeah.
No. Big no.
You want to know what's interesting about this post is that, first off, they've only been married 5 years.
Yeah.
And then she even says something like, even at the beginning, it was hard. I'm sorry. You thought it was going to be easy at the beginning of a marriage? Yeah. Do you understand the things that are about to combine and you have to make it work?
Yeah,
like
5
you're about
years.
to live together, have kids together. I mean, hopefully finances together. Figure out your schedules together. Like how you want to live life together. And you thought that was going to be easy.
Yeah, 5 years.
I'm sorry.
5 years. 5 years seems, pretty new to me still.
I know, right?
We've been married.
We're going on here like 22. Almost 22 years.
Yeah, we'll be 22 years next month from this recording.
And you're like, oh, that's still so early in the marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, my advice would be to, like, you got to continue to learn about each other.
Yeah.
And you have to give each other grace. You have to have patience. You need to have an understanding of the opposite sex. I don't think that women take that into consideration enough.
Yeah.
Like you're going to live with a man and you don't want to know like what a man is all about, like how they function, how they think, why they're different than us, like men and women are different, period. Like you don't want to learn about that?
Yeah. And there's growth too. Even 5 years of marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I consider that still like new.
Yeah.
There's still growth. There's still a lot of growth. I mean, 5 years, you can definitely grow in 5 years. I mean, you can grow in 2 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely 1 year too. I mean,
so much could change.
Yeah, because 5 years ago, you were, just engaged. You weren't, probably not even living with him. And now here we are, 5 years of living with another man. It doesn't say if she has children, if they have children together. But yeah, I mean, definitely some growth there. So let's go to the next part. The next part of the update. It says here, I've thought a bit about all this, and I think I blurred a line between marriage and life. Someone in the comments pointed out that when basic needs are met, relationships tend to be easier. Yeah, that's true. But it does.
That's going to change too.
Yeah,
your basic needs are going to change over time.
Yeah. But unfortunately, in my marriage, you've had to endure in such a short period a couple of hardships, including significant financial difficulties.
Been there.
So did we.
Been there.
Mental health issues, loss of employment, and a lot of family responsibilities. But through it all, we have been able to get through it together.
Good.
That's good. I applaud you.
Don't give up.
There is no one else I would have wanted to see it through than with my husband. I guess my real question should have been, is life supposed to be this hard? That sounds like a topic for a different thread. Yeah. So, is life supposed to be this hard?
I don't think life is supposed to.
Since the fall of Adam and Eve, I guess, but that's not what life was supposed to be intended to. But yeah, is it supposed to? I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to. No, it just is. It just is.
You're merging two lives together. I mean, trying to figure out how to do it as one.
Right, but
that's what marriage is.
But the OP, the original poster, she had a good attitude where she's like, there's no one else I'd rather live that, even through the hard times. That is a good attitude to have, because Think about it. Think about it. Think about this, right? Somebody is like in war, and you have your buddy that you're in war, and you have a really good relationship with your buddy, and you fight hard. You trust this person with your life. You trust them to have your back if an enemy is coming. And you're saying there's nobody else I'd want to go into battle than with this guy, because I know this guy's got my back no matter what. Now, if you feel that way about your spouse, you can make it through anything. If you really trust your spouse and really trust that they got your back no matter what, hard times are gonna come, and you know your spouse is gonna hunker down with you, and you both are gonna be like, all right, what are we gonna do to get through this? Because we're getting through this. Because giving up is not an option. Divorce is not an option.
And nobody should be worried about if the other one is thinking about leaving the other one.
Yeah.
Because you have this problem that you have to tackle. We have to solve this problem that is causing a problem in our marriage. So it's like all of your focus and your energy needs to be on that, not on like, oh my God, he's gonna leave me, she's gonna leave me.
Yeah.
This is not fun.
Right.
She's gonna leave me. Like we don't need to be wasting time and energy and anxiety and stress on even that. You need to be with a person that you know they are not giving up on you, and they're not giving up on your family.
Right.
And it's like, this is just another thing we have to battle together, and we'll battle through it just like we did the last thing we battled through.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And then going back with like finances, like, look, obviously when finances are met, obviously things are going to be easy. But when you go through financial issues and it puts a strain on your marriage, it's usually because financial issues, they bring out other issues.
It's usually more than just the finances. There's communication
it
problems.
Brings out
there's
it.
disrespect.
Yeah. Once you hit hardships like finances, it brings out other issues like trust and things like that. So but if you can make it through hardship, especially financial hardship, you're good. If it's not bringing up other issues. Look, every married couple wants to live their life without financial issues and live on easy street.
Yeah.
Believe me, that would be amazing. Even though now we're in a way better financial situation than we were, 10, 15, 20 years ago, there's still issues we go through because we're just a normal middle-class family.
Yeah.
We're not rich.
No.
We're still trying to pay the mortgage as fast as we can, make sure we have our emergency fund, making sure I'm funding my 401k, making sure I have life insurance, hoping something major doesn't break. And,
Please don't let it be the car.
It's not like we're sitting here, if something breaks, pay for it. No problem.
No big deal.
I can retire whenever I want. Like, no. So there's always going to be financial issues, but if you can make it through and work through it, come up with a game plan. Whether you're doing well with your finances or you're going through some tough times, create a budget, be on the same page. Don't do financial infidelity, meaning don't buy something behind your wife's back.
Everything's on the table. You throw it all on the table.
Right. Doesn't mean you have to ask your spouse permission. Just got to talk about it with them, because when you put your money together, when you're married, you put your money together, okay? You don't keep it separate. I know the world, society is telling people, keep your money separate. Nah, it's together. If you both work, it goes into one bank account. If one person works, both have access to the same account. I work outside the home. I bring in the income. She has access to the bank account as much as I do. She doesn't have to ask me permission because it is her money, because she's my wife. When you get married, you become one. There's no her money, my money. It's our money.
It's all our money.
Even though I'm out there working 60, 70 hours a week, it's our money. All right. So none of this, your money, my money's business.
Or like I get an allowance.
Yeah.
Or like I have to ask permission. Yeah. Please know that is not the dynamic of our marriage.
No.
It's just
people have said that in the comments.
Yeah, like, oh well, oh, you have no. What are you, his child? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we have a bank account. He has a debit card. I have a debit card. To the same bank account.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't. The only thing, like, it's not like I sit here and say to him, like, I'm gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow and I'm going to spend $200.
Right.
But no, but like, if
That's a
something,
given.
yeah,
I
that
just
these
already
are
know.
yeah, these are just those are like weekly things that we do anyways.
Well,
But,
we just
like,
did like a big meat order.
a meat order
and
that
we just
like
did it together.
We did it together.
We
We
decided.
decided what company we were going to use, how much we wanted to spend,
Yeah.
what we wanted in the, in the delivery, and but like, yeah, no, there's no, I get an allowance,
Yeah.
and it's just the same bank account. But if there's, because I manage the home, so if I'm like, I think the fridge is breaking. You know, like, fridge made a funny sound. Like, I think we're going to have to spend such and such. Like, that's a discussion.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a big purchase. And because I'm the one that's home and I'm the one that manages the home, I'm the one that noticed that the fridge made a funny sound.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, okay, discussion. But, like, yeah, so, like, bigger purchases, but not, like, the weekly, the grocery shopping.
Right.
I don't need to ask. That is such a like common misconception for like stay-at-home wives that like
Right.
we're basically treated like children and we get like an allowance. Like, no, it's all in one pot. I have the same exact access to the pot that he does.
Right.
It's that simple.
It's true.
If there needs to be discussion about a bigger, expense, then there's discussion. But he knows that, like, the grocery shopping, we got to pay the household bills, and then, like, anything extra. Like, we were like, oh, instead of buying meat at the grocery store, let's look into, like, a subscription where we get it monthly. So we did that together.
Yeah.
And we decided the amount together and
Right.
all the things.
Right.
So,
Yeah. All right. So, so that's the Reddit story here. So we're going to go through that article that I was talking about, the 13 subtle signs your marriage is running on autopilot.
autopilot,
Yeah.
meaning, like, there's not much thought going on.
Yeah. I think you just
There's
run
not
through.
much effort going on.
Yeah, you're just running through the paces, and you're just running through, and you're just no much thought. You're just like, all right, this is what we do on Tuesday nights. It's meatloaf night.
Everything just becomes very
Yeah.
monotonous.
Yeah, so I mean, marriage obviously it can feel routine. I mean, we get into routines. Mondays is that. I mean, Thursday nights take out the trash.
Yeah.
Friday night when I get home, get the trash barrels from the street, bring it inside.
And I'm going Friday afternoon grocery shopping.
Yeah, so it definitely can. So first one here is conversations lack depth. So you're
they're just like on the surface
yeah,
conversations.
you're just like, oh, honey,
how was your
I
day?
Oh, good.
Good.
I was like, oh, I saw this funny joke today, and you tell the joke, and she's like, oh, it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like no feeling, not like when she used to work, she would come home, hon, listen, what happened today?
You're not going to believe what happened today.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right,
All right.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh my God, Debbie did what? It's
She
just,
did not say that.
right. So you just have these conversations, and I mean, literally before we started this podcast, we would have these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
These are the conversations we would have. I would see a Reddit story, and then I would read it to her and talk to her, or she would find a TikTok talking about something controversial, or if I find an article. These are conversations we would have.
Yeah, we like send things to each other, and then like when I finally see him at the end of the day, like, can you believe that the thing that I sent you? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
This and that. Like, this is what we were doing anyways.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I know she's a woman and I'm a man. There are things she's interested in and I'm not. Things I'm interested in. Like, I'm not gonna be like, listen, babe, look, they're trying to come out with a mullet for a new mountain bike, and I don't even know if I can do that. I need 29ers, not a 29er and a 27 and a half.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
And I'll be like, you know what? Hey, I'm getting slugs for my shotgun. Those are the type of bullets I want. She would have no idea what I'm talking about.
You have any idea how much detail he has to go into just to explain something that like happened at work?
Yeah. So
Like he'll be like, so I was doing this and I was at the job site and I was doing that. But then in order for everything to make sense, he has to explain what that thing is. And then for that to make sense, he has to explain what that thing is.
Right.
Like, so like,
Yes.
I'm still like, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah. So it's, so I know those are the types of conversations I can't have with her.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, there is a lot of guys like, well, if I can't talk about her about that, if I can't talk to her about sports, then I'm not going to talk to her at all. The red pill teaches that your wife is not your friend. You don't have deep conversation, because there are women out there like, I want somebody that can have deep conversations with. He's like, why? You have your girlfriends for that. That's what the red pill teaches. No, you want to have deep conversations with your spouse, because at the end of the day, that's who you talk. That's who you're with. I don't go home with my best friend. He goes to his house. I don't see him every day. I see him once every 3 months,
If that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's good to have good conversation. All right. Number 2, intimacy feels like a chore. Oh, no, it's Tuesday night again. All right, let's go. Kids in bed already. All right.
See, and this is why I think a lot of people do this, but like scheduling intimacy, I feel that makes it unintimate.
Well, also, I mean, that's just an example. I think that's usually just in TV.
Well, no, people do.
But I think
people do.
But I think if I come home and I'm like, hi, honey, and we really don't kiss, we just like put our cheeks together, and that's it. Like, or I'll be like, hey, hon.
Yeah.
Side hug. Can you imagine giving your spouse
don't hug me like your friend?
Can you imagine giving your spouse a side hug? And if you do, look, if I was at a party or a get together or whatever, and I saw a married couple I knew and they gave each other side hugs, I'd be like, babe, what's going on?
I'd be like, I thought they were married. Why are they?
So I'm going to read what it says here. It says, when intimacy starts feeling like another item on your to-do list, it's time to pause and reflect. Yes. So it can't be a to-do list like, oh, yeah, we haven't done it in like 3 weeks. I guess we should do it tonight. Like,
super romantic.
I mean, how can you get yourself in the mood?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it ruins the mood.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
if you came at me like that, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah.
No.
Let's push it out more then.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people, like when you've got two people, wife and husband, that they're both, like working full time, maybe overtime hours and stuff. I think they do have to schedule it. And if that works for you, that's awesome. And when you're like scheduling to go on like a date or a weekend thing, that's scheduling intimacy, but like for me to schedule it in a way of like, okay, every Tuesday night, then it's like, I don't know. I just feel like when it's planned, it I don't know. It just it kind of
gotta let it happen. Just gotta get in the mood. But
that's just me. Maybe other women are like totally fine with that, and they look forward to it, and it helps.
You can, but you can't expect both to just be in the mood.
Because you don't know like the kind of day he's had, the kind of day I've had. We have no clue. Like he might have been like super stressed out all day, and he's just had it, and like how is that? And now I'm going to feel rejected when you don't want to, but it's like it's for a good reason. Right. You just can't.
Right.
No,
but I agree 100%.
I don't know.
All right. Well, third one is you're living parallel lives. When was the last time you did something new together? If you're more like roommates than a couple with a shared experiences, you're likely on autopilot. Yeah. I agree, because if you're living, so I come home and say I go mountain biking right away until it's dinner time. I come and have dinner, and then, I'll usually sit and watch TV or then go to bed. And then you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You're not spending any time together. Like I do my thing, you do your thing.
Yeah.
And we don't do anything together. We're just living together,
Yeah.
sleep in the same bed. You know, we take care of these kids. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is just literally parallel.
That's
you know?
I think when you do that, I think that's when the people divorce because they grew apart.
Yeah, we grew apart.
Yeah. Where no, you weren't living together. You weren't experiencing a marriage.
You were just roommates.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy how when you're dating and then you're engaged, you're having fun, you're going on trips, you go on special dates, you're having fun, you get butterflies when you see each other, you love seeing each other, you love getting the texts. And then when you're married, and it's like, nah. It's like I don't need to go on dates anymore. I'm married now.
That's the thing with like effort on both parts though, and then to complain that there's no romance or intimacy or whatever, and it's like it's both of you.
Yeah,
if you're living parallel like that,
yeah,
and you're not treating your marriage like a marriage, you got to come together at some point every day.
Yeah,
you know, like I mean, some days because his schedule is all over the place. So some days, you know, like he comes home and he's eating, but I'm trying to clean up the kitchen and, you know, like, but at least at the end of the night, we come down, we sit in the living room together.
Yeah.
And, you know, at least talk a little bit. Sometimes he's so exhausted, it's not much, but just some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Every day, at least by the end of the day.
Right.
Because like sometimes your days, they don't, they're like misaligned.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you have to be doing your thing and I have to be doing my thing. But it's like, make it a point to just like connect at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, during the day.
Yeah. You don't, it just sounds terrible to live parallel lives. Just like you're doing your thing. It just sounds very,
well, that's not
exciting.
It's not the point of marriage.
No,
the point of
definitely not.
marriage is to, you know, like become one.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, you know, I don't understand all these like TikTok videos and stuff I see with like women who basically like can't stand being around their husbands.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, like my husband's my best friend, man.
Like, what
I don't understand this. Like how are you, and then that's what happens. You don't even like spending very much time together, so you start living parallel, and then comes the we grew apart, and then comes the divorce. Like you have to be making sure to not be creating space in your marriage for the devil to jump in.
Yeah.
Like that's you're creating space for problems to fill the space.
Yeah, it definitely he starts putting thoughts in your head. You start making assumptions that are not even true. So yeah. But here's
want space.
Here's an interesting one, and we've definitely been hated on for talking about this. Tina's been stitched on TikTok in talking about this, but we believe it happens in every marriage, and why wouldn't it happen in every marriage?
You're two separate people,
right? So number 4 says you stopped fighting. So to me, you stopped caring. That's what that means. So what it says here is, while constant fighting is unhealthy, see, we agree on that. We're not saying fight. It's how to fight, not just fight. The absence of a disagreement can be a warning sign too. It suggests that you might be bearing issues rather than addressing them head on. Right. So say, for example, if I'm upset about something and I'm just going to bury it and not even bring it up, it's going to be festering. Same thing with her. Just like we've seen TikTok videos where women are upset with their husbands, but they don't say anything. They don't say anything. And
then they expect him to notice.
Right. Months go by or a year go by. And then the husband, who is oblivious, hasn't fixed anything. She decides to get a divorce, and then he's blindsided, and then these women are like upset that they're blindsided. Well, you never said anything.
You never spoke to him. You never brought up the issue. Yeah. And women just think that men are mind readers.
Right.
Not only that, but they're like behavior readers. Like, oh, if she does that, it means this. And when she does that look, that means that. And that, like, ugh, you can't, that's why like communication is so important.
Right.
If you know, and then like, if this is happening, then somebody has become the yes person.
Yeah.
They just say, yes, dear. You're right, dear. Of course, dear. We'll do it your way, dear.
Right.
You know, like, and to me, that just means that person is literally just dying inside.
Right.
They're slowly shutting down. They're slowly shutting down.
And society is telling men to be like that, to be like, yes, you know, just say yes.
Happy
just
wife, happy life.
You know, just be like that. You know, your wife will slowly lose respect for you when you do that. When you know, you do push back a little bit, and there is going to be a fight, but you got to learn how to fight, because it's not about fighting to be right. It's fighting to find a solution between you both that you both agree with. So that's how you learn to fight. So you got to understand where each other is coming from. You can't just be like, well, I'm right and you're wrong. Something wrong with you, not me.
Yeah. And
when you fight like that,
you're not in an argument or a fight for someone to win. You're in the argument to come to a resolution.
Yeah. You got to fight like, what do you want? You want this? Okay, fine. We'll figure out a way to do it that way. And then just be like, all right. Probably not like that, but I'm just
probably not how it's gonna go.
But I'm just saying, it's like you got to learn how to fight, and it's good to fight because you're fighting for your marriage, you're fighting for a relationship, and when you don't fight, to me, it's like you don't care. You don't care.
But I'm big also though on like picking your battles.
Yeah.
That because I feel like. At the beginning of what you just read there, like it was like, it's not good to always be fighting.
Yeah.
And if you are literally picking every battle, you are always going to be fighting.
Right.
And it's like, maybe that doesn't need to be a battle. Maybe you can bring it up at another time and it'll just be more of a discussion instead of bringing it up in like the heat of the moment and we're going to fight about it.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe it's something so little that like you can just bring it up later and you can just have a little discussion about it away from people, the kids, whatever. But like,
I mean,
you can't pick every battle. That's what will happen. You will constantly be fighting constantly.
I mean, we learned that through marriage counseling, you know, cause we triggered each other all the time, but do we still trigger each other? Yes. But we try harder not to let each other be triggered. You know, that's what we've learned because you
try to steer away from
we were fighting all
hurting
the
other person.
Yeah.
We were trying to get some sort of reaction out of the other one. And now it's like our efforts are put into not making that person unhappy and not upsetting that person.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to see your spouse upset, stressed out, anxiety through the roof, and like you're part of it.
Right.
Like like our objective now is to like not do it's not to win, you know, and it's not to get some sort of a reaction out of the other person just because you're trying to hurt them. When you're doing that, you're trying to hurt them.
Gaslighting each other.
When would you ever want to hurt your husband? When would you ever want to hurt your wife? That should be the last thing on earth that you want to do. You know, like, so that's definitely something that like was brought to our attention when we were in marriage counseling. Yeah.
All right. Number 5 is you spend time, you don't spend quality time together. That's important. You go on dates. I mean, when you were married, I mean, when you were dating and when you were engaged, you went on dates.
Yeah. That's how you got to know each other.
And then people are like, well, we got kids. Find a babysitter. Get your parents to watch them or your siblings or a friend. Get a date and don't make your kids your whole life. You do that, you push out your spouse.
Yeah, there's no room for your spouse. There's no room for your marriage.
Like you didn't.
If your entire life is your kids and everything is centered around them.
Yeah. You don't find someone and get married so you can have kids and then push them to the wayside.
Push them out.
Because when your kids grow up and they're gone, you're back with this person that you've been pushing away for how many years?
And now look at all the repair you have to do.
Yeah.
After 18 years of raising the kids and making the kids first
Yeah.
and almost only priority way over your marriage, now you have to like get to get to know your spouse again.
Yeah. I mean, definitely spend some time, whether it's going on a walk, or going to get a cup of coffee or running an errand together. It doesn't always have to be a date. And if you do dates, it doesn't always have to be a movie or a dinner.
It doesn't have to be something expensive.
It could be a coffee date. It could be a picnic. It could be just a scenic drive.
Going to Home Depot.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be anything. Just spending time together. And if you have kids, spending time together without the kids is so important.
Yeah, don't use the kids as an excuse as to why you can't put some sort of a priority on your marriage.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out. You have to figure out somebody that you trust that you can leave your kids with.
Yeah.
So you can prioritize your marriage, because a healthy marriage only spills over onto your children.
And
they produce happy, healthy children.
Right. They do. It does. It definitely does. When children see their parents happy together, it makes them feel safe.
Yeah.
It makes them not lose trust in things.
It calms their world,
and it helps their future relationships. They'll have better, healthier relationships in the future.
Yeah.
And if you have a child with a disability, hey, you got to find somebody you trust with your child. We have a child with a disability. It's not severe, but still, we had people that we trusted to watch our children. Mm-hmm. And you can't. That's another thing. You can't use your child who has a disability. You can't be a helicopter parent on your child with disability. You find people that you trust to watch them for an hour or so. Mm-hmm. If you just have alone time with your spouse for an hour or so, twice a week without the children, it definitely helps. And if you can afford it, go away a couple times a year for a weekend. If not, do a day trip. Do a day trip to the beach without the kids.
Yeah.
We've always said this. Don't feel bad that you're spending time, especially if you go to the beach. Don't feel bad you're at the beach without your kids. Your kids are not going to care.
No.
Okay?
No.
So, yes, spend quality time whenever you can. It's important.
You have to prioritize it.
Yeah. All right. So number 6, compliments have vanished. Yes. You definitely got to compliment each other, because you always did when you were dating. Why stop when you're married? Mm-hmm. Why stop?
And I think women forget that men need compliments too.
Yeah.
Like I think it's embedded in men to, like, tell your girlfriend or your wife, like, oh, you look beautiful today.
Yeah.
And like if you're going out on a date and she comes out and oh, you look gorgeous, and but like for women, I think we forget that men need to hear compliments too.
No, instead we hear, you're gonna wear that.
That has a rip in it, right?
It's like, you look ridiculous.
He comes out and I'll be like, you have a stain right there.
Like, you look ridiculous in that shirt.
No.
And it's like a shirt we just bought and we were so excited about it. Shot down right away.
Yep.
Hey, we can handle it better, but yes, no, it's true. Like,
they need compliments.
A compliment
you look really nice.
A compliment for us, it definitely goes a long way. I mean, for women, they could hear a compliment yesterday and they'll forget about it. For us, you compliment us 2 weeks ago, we're still thinking about it. We still are. You tell us there was this shirt that we wear, and you say, oh my God, you look so good in that shirt. We will always remember that. We're not going to forget it.
See him wear that shirt all the time.
Yeah, we won't forget that. I know for women, they'll forget a compliment 5 minutes ago. Like I just
Well,
told you.
we're waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
Hello. keep
But yeah,
them coming.
definitely compliments are nice, especially as you get older and as you age, compliments are still nice. You're falling in love with your spouse over and over again. I fell in love with my wife when she turned 30. I fell in love with her again when she turned 40. I'll fall in love with her again when she turns 50. So you got to keep continuing. You got to let her know, like, hey, you look beautiful. She's turned 50. I'm like, hey, you look like a sexy 50-year-old. You got to keep letting them know that, right? So compliments, don't let them vanish, all right? All right, keep them alive. All right, number 7, routine has replaced romance. So I guess that kind of
like the same as that other one.
Yeah, it's attached to what was the other one? Like parallel lives. It's just he feels like a chore.
Yeah, things just become kind of monotonous, and you gotta break the routine. It'll shake things up.
Yeah,
you gotta kind of just like throw a stick into the spokes and be like, let's go drive down to the beach. And you're like, huh? What?
Yeah, that or. It's a nice day. Hey, you want to sit out back, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whatever it is. Give each other random hugs, random kisses.
It's crazy because we were just dealing with a really gross, disgusting pool in our backyard that we were battling more than half the summer. So nobody even wanted to be back there. And then we cleared it up, we fixed the pool, everything's beautiful. I'm not even thinking about the deck. And he says to me, let's go sit out on the deck and have a cup of coffee. And I was like, yes, let's go do that. But I didn't even think of it. He did, so it's just like throwing those little things out that just kind of shake things up and go like, oh, he really cares about me.
Yeah, it's crazy because, side note, it's crazy. It's like I worked a lot to try to make my backyard kind of like a little sanctuary. And then I forget to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I sit in the living room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I have a backyard. And then wintertime will come when I can't enjoy it. And I'm like, I wish I could be outside. Yeah. But then the summer's here and I just forget. But anyways, all right. So number 8 is you avoid difficult topics. Yes. Usually because you're afraid to fight. You're afraid it's going to be a fight.
It's going to create a fight. You need to be ready.
A fight.
You need to be ready to resolve this. Yeah, you're going to argue probably. You're going to get on each other's nerves. You know, you just got to hear each other out.
Yeah, because it can lead to build up. It can lead to more issues. It could lead to more distrust because your spouse could sense something's going on.
Oh, you're
not saying anything.
They always can.
It definitely.
You're always like, something's going on.
So you gotta open up. Right. You gotta open up, and you gotta let it happen. If you're afraid your spouse is gonna, most of the time your spouse is probably not even gonna blow up. But if they are, you gotta let it happen. Say what you gotta say. Let it happen, and then be like, all right, I need you to be with me because I want to work this out. I need you to be with me.
But also with that, timing matters. That was another thing we learned when we were in marriage therapy was that no, I can't be throwing an argumentative text his way while he's at work.
Yeah.
Now is not the time. And I literally used to throw an issue out at him when he was literally walking to the bedroom to go to bed after he had just worked 12 hours. And I still can't believe I used to do that. What is wrong with me? Why would I, did I really think that we were going to resolve this right now? And he's literally heading to bed. He's in the mind space to go ahead and resolve this issue that might cause a fight. We really want to be doing this right now. Do I really want to be doing this right now? My thing was that I would want to resolve it right now because later on I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Right.
And then here I am getting mad at him. How can you sleep when we're having this problem? What do you mean you're going to bed? That's nice. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, but you're going to bed.
Timing
matters. It's not that might be something that you can schedule.
Yeah.
Like, listen, tomorrow when you get home from work, I was wondering if we could discuss X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Like, and then you both know we're tackling this tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
You
I think for men, I think if there's a difficult topic, I think we should usually come up with some sort of game plan for this difficult topic, and then bring it up to your wife and be like, listen, this is what's going on. This is what I think we got to do, but this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. And this is what we're going. I've had to tell her, I can't afford the mortgage anymore. Remember that when we went through all our. We owned a condo years ago, and we went through all of our expenses, and then what I brought in, what we were bringing, because she was working at the time. What we brought in, and it showed we were in the red, big time. I said, we cannot afford to live here anymore.
Yeah,
we have to try to sell this house. And this was hard. This was when the housing market crashed in 2008, and we couldn't sell it, and we had to get it foreclosed. I mean, that was hard. That was a hard conversation.
Yep.
And then the car got repoed.
Oh yeah,
that was another hard conversation.
I'm telling you, we went through it. We went through it.
I've been laid off, and I had to tell her I got laid off. It was like, but I'm on it. Before I told her when I got laid off, I already applied to like 10 companies before I told her.
He's always got like the resolution for me.
So
before he even tells me.
I think the last time I got laid off, I think I applied to 10 companies and I already had an interview set.
Yeah, so you had an interview set for like.
I got laid off, but I already applied to like 10 places and got an interview already. That'll like soften the blow.
Yeah, so it's how you approach it.
Yeah,
and it's timing matters.
Right.
Sometimes you can't resolve it right then.
Right.
Sometimes you literally can't. You're gonna have to just put it on the shelf, not put it under the rug.
Yeah.
But put it on the shelf and then take it off the shelf tomorrow.
And I think for wives to tell their husband, it's maybe like text him, shoot him a little text, be like, hey, when you get home, I just want to talk to you about something. And and then we're like, all right. And then I know someone's like, well, he's going to forget. Well, you have proof you already said it to him. So if he comes home and be like, hey, I wanted to talk to you.
The text is
not right proof. When he gets on, not right when he gets through the door. When he's walking through the door, give him a minute,
Timing.
And then after like 5-10 minutes, be like, hey, babe, remember I texted you saying I wanted to talk to you something? Let him think and be like, oh, yeah. It's like, sorry if we talk about it now. And most likely he's going to be like, yeah, what's up? And then you tell him. Then you break the news.
Whatever the news is.
Yeah. All right. So 9, laughter is rare. Wow. If like
you have to have fun together.
If you were like not laughing at all, I would be like, who is he?
Who is he? I'm going to kill him.
I'm like, what's going on? Like how long has been this going on?
Oh my God. Stop it.
Did you see him today?
Oh my God.
Have you brought him around the kids?
Are you done? Can you stop it?
Nah, I mean, laughter. I mean, yeah, you got to have fun because, your spouse is your best friend. The red pill tells you your wife isn't. That's a little bull. But anyways, because you live together. You're creating a life together. You share secrets together. There are things she knows. My best friend, I tell him a lot, but there are things I tell her I don't tell him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to laugh. You definitely got to keep it comedic.
You got to flirt.
You got to have fun together.
There needs to be flirting.
Yeah.
There needs to be flirting.
Yeah.
Like fun flirting.
Guys, trip, fall, stub your toe. Make her laugh.
I wouldn't. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? He fell down the stairs. I cried.
Nah, it's good to laugh.
Okay?
It's good to laugh. Watch a comedy together. Have inside jokes. We have inside jokes. Go to a comedy show.
Go to a comedy show.
Yeah, go to a comedy show.
Love it.
Those are good things to do.
You have to have laughter. Yeah. It releases.
It says here, laughter is an important part of any relationship, and its absence can signal growing distance. So yeah, I mean, it definitely can, because if she wasn't laughing at my stuff anymore, I'd be like, what's going on?
Well, I think that's when you instantly know that like something's stewing up here.
Yeah.
Like if you're like trying to be like a little silly or funny and I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? What did I do?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah. Immediately. Immediately no. Anyway, so number 10, you feel more like parents than partners. Yes. This is what we were talking about.
All you are is parents.
First of all, partners.
That's big trouble.
I would say feel more like parents than a married couple.
Spouses.
Spouses, yeah, not partners.
We hate the word partner.
All right. So yeah, this is what we're talking about, putting your kids before your marriage. Mm-hmm. Don't do that.
Yep.
You know, your kids come before anybody else except your spouse. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying, when we, people get this confused. People feel like that means my wife's need, like, for example, if my kid was starving, I would make sure my wife would eat before my kids.
Well, yeah.
That's not what we're saying.
So, Pete, when we say the order of our family and we say God, marriage, spouse, then the kids, people automatically think neglect.
Right.
You're neglecting your children.
Right.
When that is a load of crap.
Yeah. See, when you put your spouse,
the opposite.
The thing is, when you put your spouse first, you're not neglecting your children. When you put your children first, you are neglecting your spouse.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. So your kids seeing you put your spouse first, because you got to be, when it comes to discipline, you got to be a team. Mm-hmm. You got to be
a
on
united
the same
front. You have to
gotta
be
on the same
front.
page, because when you're not, I mean, especially if, like, say if she's putting the kids first all the time and I'm trying to discipline them and she oversteps, automatically the kids will lose respect to our authority. Mm-hmm. Because they know we're not together.
United.
They'll be like, oh, dad will say no, but I'll just go to tell mom. And they'll manipulate us. No, you got to be together. You got to. There has never been in the history, I bet you all my money, that there's nobody that went to therapy and be like, I'm in therapy. I can't deal with things because my mom put my dad first and my dad put my mom first before us.
Like, so your mom and dad had a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
And that was negatively impacted on you. Yeah. How?
Like, God created us to be that way. Mm-hmm. We become one.
That's the order.
Yeah. And then we raise our children up for God and to be healthy human beings. Mm-hmm. And to be, godly human beings and to create their own families.
Yeah. So it also, you got to point out the fact that means that you got to learn to say no to your kids. If it's going to take up way too much of your time, whatever it is, your child, some sort of sport, they're already signed up for something, they want to sign up for more, you got to say no.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even going to be able to get dinner in.
Yeah.
And you don't think that that's going to impact your family?
Yeah, signing up your kids for a million sports.
A million different things.
No.
And traveling all over the place, and you never see each other, and you're just passing trains. Yeah. Your kids will be fine. Yeah. I promise you. If, the rule that we've always had for our kids, and this doesn't mean that, we're like, everybody should have this rule. They can be signed up for one thing at a time.
Yeah.
That was it. So that's how we've always done it.
Right.
You can't be doing dance and soccer and gymnastics. No, you pick one.
Yeah.
You pick one.
Yeah, because I grew up playing sports, mm-hmm. and what I've learned, especially when I see stories of athletes and what they did and how they made it, I start to realize it doesn't matter if you're on a traveling team or how many leagues you played in. If you're not good, you're not good.
Yeah. That's the thing.
So
and you'll be doing this thing that you're not even good at for like 10, 15 years. You're not even, your kid's not even good at it. And you still sign them up every year. Find their thing, Like, when they're younger and they want to try, baseball and basketball and soccer, maybe they want, they want to try dance or whatever, they dabble in things or whatever, but like, okay, then find something that is their thing that they can learn to do really well.
Right.
And they're going to excel in it.
Yeah.
Because not every kid is going to be good at everything. Not every child is a dancer.
Yeah.
Not every child can play an instrument. Not every child is gonna be a soccer star.
Yeah.
Like, find the thing that they felt that they were successful in, and they're gonna put their all in that.
Right.
You don't have them signed up for like 6 different things. It's insane.
Oh, and support them in the way. Okay, so for example, years ago, I was really into, like, my daughter was playing soccer. She was young, and I wanted to help her get better at it. So off season, I wanted to take her out to the soccer field and run drills with her. And then one day we brought her out back, and I was doing drills with her, and she started crying.
She did not want to do it.
She didn't want to do it. She felt like I was forcing her.
Yeah.
And I just thought I was helping her.
Well, that and like spending time with her too, it's always good.
So
just supporting her. And
so I'm like,
spending
I'm
time.
not like going to be like Serena Williams' dad and like force her to play, because it doesn't mean my daughter is going to be a Serena Williams of soccer, So I was like, all right, I don't want to ruin that relationship with her. So I'm like, all right. So, and now she started mountain biking with me. So I learned I ain't forcing her to do nothing.
Right.
So I'll be like, hey, you want to go down this trail? You want to go down? If you want, if you don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I want her to enjoy it. All right. So number 11, you rely on external validation. Yeah. If I said, oh, you look good in this shirt, and you're like, and then somebody else tells you look good in this shirt, and you're like, oh, thank you. I'll be like, what? My opinion
heck?
don't matter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially if it was a dude, I'll be like, whoa.
Well, especially now with like social media and everybody's looking for validation, like online and on social media. And then like that gets really...
Good point. Good point. Because there are women out there that will be mad if their husband or boyfriend likes a bikini pic of another woman on social media, but here she is putting bikini pics online
for other people,
for other men to like it.
Yeah,
that's external validation. You don't want that. You don't want to. It's just
or putting your marital problems out there. Like going on social media to complain about your husband.
Yeah.
Going on social media to complain about your wife.
Yeah.
You're looking for some sort of validation to come back at you in the comments.
Right.
But meanwhile, you're throwing your dirty laundry all over social media. And once it's in social media, that's there for life.
Right. Or if you like get into an argument with your spouse and then you try to get like some other people on your side.
Right.
Yeah, that's not good. Then that's bringing people into your marriage where you don't want to do.
Hey, we just learned about that triangulation.
Yeah, triangulation when you bring a third person,
third party into your discussion.
It's on our last episode, we talk about it. Yeah, it's definitely not a good thing. It's 2 people in a marriage, not 3. Well, kind of 3 because we have Jesus. That's the only person. That's the only triangulation that's good.
Yeah, we have triangulation.
Yeah, that's the only one that's good is when it's Jesus. Mm-hmm. All right, so number 12. I think there's up to 13. Yeah, so 2 more. So 12 is you're more comfortable in silence. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good to be comfortable in silence, like to have comfortable
at times.
Yeah, but to always feel like, oh, this feels awkward. Like just sitting in the living room together and it's just, quiet or whatever. Yeah. If you feel like that's awkward, I feel like that's not good either.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we were out, it's like, say if we had a cup of coffee and we sat out back and then you started talking to me and I'm like, I don't even feel like talk. I just want to sit. Yeah. But if I was like that all the time,
yeah, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a happy middle.
Right. And it says here, while comfortable silence can be a sign of strong relationship.
Yeah, because you don't always have to be engaging.
Yeah. Excessive quietness might indicate a lack of engagement. For example,
Like, you don't care. You
like
don't
if we
care
woke
to
up,
engage.
like
yeah.
say if you woke up the same time I did,
Yeah.
and instead of just talking in the morning, we're just silent. I'm grabbing my cup of coffee. I'm getting my thing. We don't say a word to each other,
And then you leave for 12 hours.
And then, yeah, or I leave, and the only thing I say is like, "Bye," and you go, "Have a good day."
Bye.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah, that definitely not a good thing. So I think we're on to the last one here. Yeah, the last one here, 13. You don't celebrate milestones like anniversaries, marriages. Like, okay,
Yeah.
for example, just realized what we forgot to do.
What? Oh, the picture.
So today, the day of this recording, is our 10-year anniversary that we purchased this house, and we have a picture
Of
of us
in
in the
front
front
of
of the house. And we were supposed to do it today. We totally forgot. We're gonna have to do it tomorrow.
I have to do my makeup again.
We're gonna have to do it tomorrow. It's a day late.
Yeah.
But we have to do it tomorrow, because if we push it off anymore, it's going to be like,
Yeah.
So we wanted to do
Take a picture. in
like a
front of the
10 years
house.
ago picture to now. So we'll do that. Put it on our social media. But yeah, so we're celebrating that just by doing that picture.
'Cause that was
Yeah.
a very big deal for our family.
Yeah, it
that
was.
that was like a new beginning.
Yeah, it's our
That
first
was like
home.
a new beginning.
It's our first home. We've been here for 10 years. This is the longest I've ever lived in one place. And I think for our kids too.
Yep.
For you, I mean, you lived in your
No,
parents'
I
home
was
for a long time.
Yeah, for
so
a long time. Mom
so
and
this is the
Dad's house.
second longest you ever lived
Yeah.
anywhere. But yeah, so it's definitely a big deal for us. And I think you mentioned something about like 1 year since when I got my electrical license. And
Yeah.
we definitely celebrate. Definitely like to. I mean, if your spouse gets a promotion, celebrate it. Because
Yeah.
if you benefit from the promotion,
Yeah.
because the money is both of yours.
Yeah. And then I also think it's important to celebrate nothing. To like the other day, me and the girls were checking out that new place in Clinton, and they had the candy store next door.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm gonna get Anderson something. So I brought you home fudge.
Oh yeah.
You know
that's
what
right.
I'm saying?
I was thinking like, what'd you get me?
like little, like, for absolutely no reason, and you were just thinking about each other during the day type of, like he'll just come home with like an iced coffee for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, you like read my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it says here celebrating milestones, big or small, is an essential
Yeah.
part of maintaining a thriving relationship. Yeah.
you're just acknowledging, you're showing each other that like it mattered to you to remember that moment.
Right.
Or just
Right.
things like anniversary, birthday, but like then like other things that are in between all of
Right.
that too.
Right.
Like when you got your license, when we bought the house, stuff like that. It just shows that you care.
Yeah,
and,
just
and,
be
and
proud.
that you remember.
Yeah,
and be proud. Yeah.
Be proud of your spouse. If your spouse wins an award for something they love to do, even though to you might not understand. Okay, if you have a spouse that goes bowling,
Yeah.
right, and he's on a bowling team, you're not into bowling at all, but your spouse is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won a trophy, and you're like, okay, it's just a local league. But to them, they're like, hey, we're the best in town. This is big.
Yeah.
For us. Celebrate that with them and be like, oh, I'm proud of you. That's so great. This is something you enjoy. You guys worked hard at it and you beat everybody. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just, even though it's nothing really big to you, it's big for your spouse,
Yep. I agree.
So I think these 13 things are very good. I'll
Yeah,
put
those
the
are
link
good.
to the article in the notes, and I think I'm putting them in the comments because I've been realizing I put a link in the notes, it doesn't come up. So if I put it in the comments, maybe it will. You guys be able
Just
to
do
click on
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'll put it in both. But yeah, so all right, so I think we have it's over an hour. We have a couple of videos, or do you want to save that for the next one?
Well, do you want to do one video?
Yeah, we could do one of them. All right, we're gonna do one video and we'll react to it, and then we'll end the show.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I set up. Hold on, let me pause it. Let me see if I don't think I set up the sound for it. Yeah, here it is. All right. All right, here we go. We're gonna try it again. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties.
There's a lot to remember.
All right, here we
Marriage
go.
is hard, but because your marriage is hard does not give you a license to divorce your spouse. We've been so accustomed to walking away.
Okay, the audio on that is really weird, guys. So we're gonna play the other video. Sorry about that.
What? I didn't see that it was weird.
No, the audio is really weird. And plus, I think we're probably gonna get the video tagged for it. So we'll play this other one.
You don't have the sound set up for any of these.
Oh man! All right, here we go. We'll set up the sound. All right.
And want to show them worse.
All right, here we go. I think this one has sound, but I don't think we'll get tagged for this.
That's what men are looking for in a mate. They're looking for complementary strength. But we tend to react with seeing how they're strong and want to show them we're strong that way too.
So we get more competitive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Game on. And that's just not interesting to them. They want to be admired by someone they admire.
Right.
And so when they see the strength in us, which, oh my gosh, men have spent a zillion hours talking to me about what they admire about women. They have a much higher opinion of us than we do of ourselves. And
So say that again.
men have a much higher opinion of women than we do of ourselves.
Based on your hours and hours and hours.
Decades.
Decades
And decades
conversations.
of listening to men. When I started listening to men, which is the first thing I had to learn to do, I thought they'd want to talk to me about work and sports. And I found out that when men are talking about work and sports,
All right, so it ends there. But yeah, admiring your spouse. I mean, it's true. It's true to, like I said, you don't lose that passion you had when you were dating and when you fell in love and when you got engaged. Don't lose that passion. You got to carry it on through your 5-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary, your 20, your 25, your 50-year anniversary. You got to continue that passion through, continue to look at why you fell in love with this person, and then find the new things about this person as they grow and fall in love with that part of them. And it is true, men, like, we were joking earlier how I say, oh, you look good in that shirt, and you're like, oh, no, I don't. It's like,
Accept the compliment. Just say thank you.
Accept it, because you'll start hearing it less and less, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Then you'll start to be like, why is he not complimenting me?
You think I'm ugly.
You get these videos on TikTok all the time where women are like, I get annoyed when he slaps my bum, but then when he doesn't, I wonder what's wrong.
Are we getting a divorce? What's going on?
So accept the compliment. I mean, when men say it, we mean it. We're not just saying it just to say it. Most men, we mean it. Because we see you. You yourself might be saying, oh, I've aged. I got some gray hairs. I'm a little droopy. I'm gained a little weight.
A little droopy.
Well, I'm talking about like the face, we age, right?
Yeah.
But we don't, men who are truly in love with their spouse, we would see that and be like, wow. Right?
Wow.
We're not sitting here going, wow, she's not 25 years old. We're not Leonardo DiCaprio, okay?
He just throws them away.
We're not Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, we love seeing how gracefully our wives are aging. And you take good care of yourself. Look, I'm not saying you got to have a size 0 waist all the way through,
happening.
right? You just got to, you just don't be 600 pounds.
Well, just,
that's all. But you know what?
He
but
would
men
think that you don't care about yourself.
Right. As
and
long
guys don't want you to not care about yourself.
Right.
And
All
your health.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta care about your health. But if you care about what you wear, you do your hair. You don't have to cake up makeup, but you try to make yourself look presentable. That's all we care about. Men aren't looking for you to wear a little mini black dress all the time. Okay.
I think like what she had to repeat up there about how men admire women more than
We think
women,
highly. We think more highly.
than women think of themselves. But I also don't think that like women understand how deeply men feel.
Yeah.
You know, like when they feel something, they feel it real deep.
Yeah.
And that's why like you'll get when you treat your husband well, he's going to literally move mountains for you. You know, he's going to build you whatever you want. Like, you know, it's just, they feel real deep and real hard, you know?
Yeah. And it's simple.
It's
You
so
know,
simple.
We have to do all this stuff to make you girls in a good mood or to make you happy.
Well,
Women,
hormones.
women, all you have to do is one simple thing. It could be give us a cup of lemonade when we're outside sweating, or just give us a hug, or just tell us we look good in our shirt. That is simple. And sometimes it's so hard for women to do that. The simplest things. But then they expect men to jump through hoops to make them happy. It's just so crazy. If it was so easy to make women happy, not one woman would ever be single. Not one woman. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna end it there, guys. So give us a follow on Instagram. I have an Instagram. She has an Instagram. Also give us a follow on TikTok, and then we have an Instagram together as well.
Yeah.
And,
Anderson and Tina.
And make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell, so it tell you when there's more episodes. And we appreciate you guys, and I guess we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.